Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Jesse Showalter, and we got a bunch of people jumping into the chat right now. Wade Cuff is moderating today, but we also have Masayu and Misty. Tell me where you're coming from around the world, and do you have any weekend plans? I'd love to know. Are you going to go out for a hike? Are you going to stay in and watch a movie? Put the emoji of the thing that you're doing this weekend. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, come on over to Behance and join us because we're doing the thing over here. This is the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge where you build your XD skills in 9 challenges. Hit that big blue button over at behance.net/challenge/XD. Make sure that you scroll down and join the community chat. That's our Discord server. And then you can scroll all the way down the page and see all of the challenges we've done in this challenge. And you can get today's starting challenge folder, or excuse me, challenge file, and it's going to be the digital stylist challenge today. Make sure you also stay tuned because at the end of the stream we're going to be taking a look at some submissions on Discord and on Behance, checking your work, so that's always tons of fun. And if you're watching this on the Creative Replay or the Creative Encore, then congratulations on completing the challenge or getting to the final day. Take your time, make sure you still submit that stuff, all of those challenges and designs into Discord, because we'd love to take a look at it, myself and the rest of the amazing mentors over there in the Discord server. Like we said, this is challenge number 9, and we are designing and prototyping a mobile app that allows users to mix and match new and exciting clothing on a digital version of themselves, which leads me to the most embarrassing starting file of my life. That is this. I went ahead and did a little Photoshop rendering. That is not actually me in my long johns. That's somebody else, but I just popped my head on it, and I think it's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of silliness. We also, to the right of this, have a couple t-shirts that have different graphics on them, and then a couple different versions of jeans. And you can kind of see what we are going to be trying to do today. I would love to have a digital version of myself and be able to swipe through and add different clothing, maybe even select different outfit combinations. Kind of like this is our inspiration, and this is a little bit of our inspiration as well. So with that being said, let's dive into this embarrassing artboard and let's get going. We got a button here. It's called button in our layers panel. Why don't we hit Command and Control K and just turn that into a component? Why? Because it's fun like that. We also have these other icons that are icon, like, you know, imagining you could scan something later on and then add things to your shopping cart. So let's go ahead and turn those into components as well. Command or Control K to do that. And then the idea is to be able to dress this little version. Can we put some pants on this guy, for heaven's sakes? This is the worst ever. But before we do that, let's create a kind of complex component here. We have our icon button, and inside of our icon, there's literally just the icon. And then we have this ellipse right here. This is our master component. You can tell because we are we see the filled green diamond at the top left hand corner of it. So I tell you what, here's what we want to do. Let's ungroup this from the component. Let's go over to our document assets. Let's actually get rid of this for now and head back to our layers, because I think what we want to do is also we want to create some more elements that might be inside. So you can kind of imagine that happening just like that. Let's bring the opacity of it down. We could, if we wanted to, play with a little bit of object blur or background blur, excuse me, to get that glassy effect. That we're using Lotto today for our typography. I'm just going to bring the size of this thing down, and let's just center everything. That looks kind of good. It looks a little bit off though, doesn't it? Just a little bit. So I'm just going to optically balance it because it looks funky, I tell you, just a little bit funky. So just balancing things right there in the center. Some people are saying that maybe we're having buffering issues. I hope not. I hope not, because my internet connection is very, very strong. So if we're having buffering issues, I'm going to blame the YouTube today. That's what I'm going to do. So all right, I'm going to pop this up to the top. Let's do a second one and then maybe a third, and we'll just balance all of these using our distribution tools. Balance it, distribute it. That's what I meant to say. This is a number 2. And this is a number 3, like that. Okay, cool. So now the only thing we really want to make sure that we have happen here is we call this our plus, and we have these little groups of numbers, and we have our background shape. I'm going to take the plus and put it all the way at the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the default state. So let's zoom back in. Let's just grab all of these and just bring them together and pop, just like that. And I think what we're actually going to want to do before we go too much further is, oh, you know what? never mind. I'm gonna bring these together, and then I'm gonna bring the opacity of them down. So I'm gonna pop it right behind, and so that I don't get that extra massive blur, I'm gonna bring the opacity of these fellas down, and then our shape will go all the way down. Very cool, just like that. And then we have all of our elements. I'm gonna hit Command or Control K to turn this into our button, expanding button like that. Okay, and then I want to create a new state. So let's create a toggle state. All that is a new state that's already wired up to toggle on and off. It's going to do that prototyping work for us. So we're going to create the toggle state. Let's call it open, something like that. You call it whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call mine open. And then what we're going to do with our open state is, you guessed it, we're going to open this thing up. Whoop, just like that. We're going to bring the opacity of all of our numbers up. And here we go. So let's put 1 all the way at the top, 3 down here, and then almost there, just balancing a few things. So now we can grab all of these elements and again just redistribute them like so. And we click on one of these, it'll shoot us over to the other, like from one outfit combination to another. Okay, so that's the thought. Let's do something like that. Now let's create, we'll have it happen 2 ways. You'll be able to horizontally scroll through these different categories, and then you'll also be able to touch one, like a number in our pop open menu, and then you'll be able to hit a number and it'll go to that combination of outfit. That'll be a pretty good thing to do. Okay, so let's group these together, call those shirts, and these will be our jeans. Okay, so jeans there and shirts there, and then let's do this. I'm gonna make a horizontal scroll. That'll be pretty good, and I'm just gonna open up the edge of that a little bit. Okay, now here's what that means. I should be able to get my scroll group and bring it into just close by. We don't want it to be that close. I want to line this thing up where it's going to match up, right? Because all my t-shirts are pretty much lined up. So this is, again, the silliest thing ever. But I'm just going to drag this over to the side. I want to be able to see a little bit of that shirt on the edge there. And then we want to scroll all the way across. It's just a way for us to distance things a little bit, right? So I'm going to do that. Okay, pretty cool. If we were to press play on our prototype right now, we'd be able to grab our shirts. Whoa, I messed with my prototype there. Okay. Almost there. Okay, so let's keep figuring this thing out. I'm gonna put these shirts up in there like that. Let's try again. And you know why? The reason it's not budging is because I have my pull tab so far over, it has nowhere to go. Now when I close the pull tab up, yeah, now we can bring our shirts into place just like that. Okay, and that's exactly what we want to do for this second one. We want to actually, we'll just take it out of the group that says jeans and then put it right into a scroll group, because a scroll group is in itself a group, right? And so duh, we should have just done that, named our scroll group the thing we wanted. So again, let's put our pants kind of close to where they're going to be. I don't know, something like that. Slide it back over. We want to see a little bit of them, and then move our scroll kind of little tab to the left and to the right. Now let's do one more thing. This is the shirts, okay, and we want that to be above so that our jeans can go underneath. Okay, so far so good. Now when we press play, we can actually drag different shirts and jeans into place. Now if it's not exactly where we want it to be, right, like maybe our shirts are just a little bit high, we're gonna bring our shirts down, and maybe we have to bring the pants up so that we don't have this weird, I'm not sagging my pants that much, right? Obviously. So let's bring that up a little bit. Now we should be able to slide different combinations of t-shirt and jeans in there. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Now we're having a little bit of trouble because we can't get our jeans all the way over. So I'm wondering, yep, we're having just a little bit of a problem there, right? So let's do this. I'm going to close my prototype there, and I'm going to add an invisible shirt basically. I'm going to drag another one out like that, and this is just going to be called INV, invisible, and I'm going to bring the opacity of it down. I'm going to do the same thing with the jeans. That way we want to have plenty of room to be able to slide these elements around, right? So let's just do that. The same thing goes there, And again, now we should be able to slide these things all the way over. No problem at all. Jeans go right into place. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now we want to create the interaction that leads us from one artboard to another. Somebody's saying nice shirts. Thank you very much, Wade Acuff. I appreciate that. That's just some really fast, janky Photoshop work to make that happen. So let's do this. We have our style switcher there. Let's drag a new artboard over. And we could do this with components and component states too. If we wanted to, you could totally do that. But let's just simplify it so we can kind of see this thing in artboard format. Let's call this, we're going to call that number 1. And why don't we come here really quick and we'll open these things up. So we'll do a little prototyping, okay? What should outfit 1 be? Outfit 1 could be, and again, we're still inside of our scroll group. Why don't we do outfit 1 that's using shirt number 3, okay? And then we'll do something like pants number 2, all black kind of outfit. All right, so far so good. Let's drag another one over. Let's make a new outfit. We'll call this outfit number 2. You guessed it, very clever. And let's go for outfit number 2. Let's go back to shirt number 1, but this time we'll go to these green jeans. And can I just say the sentence green jeans is not something I say very often, but it sure is fun. All right, last one. Let's do outfit number 3. This whole thing is just so ridiculous, but I love it. Okay, let's go to this this middle shirt, this Doom shirt, and then all we have to do is put these blue pants on. Okay, cool outfits. And apparently in all of them, I refuse to take off my long johns. So that's apparently how I like to dress as we get close to summer. It's a long john summer. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so with all that being said, we just need to make sure we have all these sliding shirts. We want this expanding button to be on top in each one of them. We don't want it to be on the bottom. And we want to make sure in Adobe XD, if we're going to do this type of prototyping, artboard to artboard, auto-animating like this, that everything is the same named layer and in the same stack in our layer, kind of layer order, okay? So with that being said, let's head over to prototype mode and let's grab number 1. And when we tap number 1, we don't want to transition. We want to auto-animate over to outfit 1. Let's do something like a snap, and let's do like 1 whole second. We'll slow this thing down, okay? And then here we go, number 2. We're going to do number 2 over to there. Snap 1 second, and number 3 over to there, okay? Now what's really cool is because we should have some built-in prototyping. Let's try this thing really quickly and press play. So look, we can scroll these things left and right manually if we want to, but we can also press number 1. Ooh, I like the little snapping, and it takes 1 whole second to get there. Let's go outfit number 2. Whoop, just like that. And then outfit number 3. Whoop, just like that. Now, okay, pretty fun. We probably need an active state, if I'm going to be really honest, right? If we're over here on outfit number 1, we're probably going to want to add just a little something to outfit number 1. So maybe we could come in here and just do something like, let's do like really 80s, like Lisa Frank, like Trapper Keeper. Let's just put a pink color there. I like that. Let's do that. Ooh, let's save that pink color. Let's go. Can we go a little bit more on the pink side? Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. We'll save that pink color. We'll do that for number 2. And then we'll do the same thing for number 3, just so you can see which one is active. Okay. So with that selected, look, we're going to go back 1, 2, and then 3. We get a little active state down here, and we get some fun switching of our outfits. This reminds me of like the movie Clueless from the 1990s, if you've ever seen it, with Alicia Silverstone. Okay. Pretty cool. Now, once we've found an outfit, the last thing we probably would, so Axel Gerber said, Mr. Green Jeans. That's right. That's me, Mr. Green Jeans. Okay, the last thing we probably want to do is I'd love to create some sort of interaction where if I press add to cart, Sarah says, Lisa Frank, Trapper Keeper. That's what's up. I'm a kid of the 80s. I'm a child of the 80s. All right, so we got Lisa Frank. We need to have a way to, maybe a fun animation to add something up to the cart, okay? So why don't we do like a little outfit? I wish I had like, I'm gonna open up an app called Icon Jar. I'm gonna look for, I need an icon, like I need a shirt icon. There we go. Ooh, we got some little shirt icon stuff. So why don't we take something like this shirt folded, and I'm just going to drag that in so we have a little shirt icon. It's a cute little icon. Very cool. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually, let's do something kind of complex with this. I would love to see a shirt and a pair. Get our pink color that just says we have something in our cart. See that? Okay, so I like that. That's a good size. I'm just going to take it just like so, and we are going to do similar to our little plus, our little outfit picker thing. We're going to do like an animated version of this. Okay, so what I'd love to see is when you tap add to cart, I'd love to see a little shirt and pants kind of animating up to the cart and then popping into a bubble. That's what I want to see. Let's see if we can do some crazy nonsense like that. Okay, how do we do it though? I would say that you would have, cool, okay, here like this. Let's do another one down below. Okay, so let's just put the pants over here on our button and our shirt over here on our button, and then we're doing this in the wrong spot. Let's bring all of these down really quickly. Yep, let's bring all these down. Okay, so they're named. Let's call this, I'm just going to call this bubble so it actually has a name. Okay, I'm going to take all these things, I'm going to lead them into the cart. Okay, and then our notification bubble is going to be there. That sounds pretty good. Okay, I would like it if our icon cart, yeah, let's just keep it all there. So we're going to copy these really quickly, and then we're going to take the shirt and the pants down opacity wise. Okay, so they're going to go in there, and then boink, they're going to just like land right where they need to land. Then we're going to come over here. We have the same elements, except we're going to want to take the shirt and the pants and hide them in this cart button, which is really easy because the cart button is black. Super duper easy like that. We're going to pop them in there. And then I tell you what, I think we're going to need to bring our button up above on both these things. Okay, so we have our little guys hiding there, and then why don't we pants and shirt, I think we're going to need to do a little rotation on both of these. Okay, so let's just rotate them a bunch, like 120 degrees. I want to see them go whoop right in there, and then I want to see the little bubble pop. Okay, good. All right, almost there. What's the last little thing we need to do? Well, we have added them up here, haven't we? Yes, we have. So that means that we need this to show up a little bit later. Okay, so we're going to bring the size of this thing down and the opacity down. Okay, so nothing's visible here, and it is there. What are we going to do? We're going to say, hey, on tap, when I tap this thing, whoop, I want to head up, and I want to see that whole interaction take place. It should happen. Auto-Animate, style switcher, snap, 1 second. Let's try it really quickly. Okay, let's just make that the home. Now we have this elaborate flow where I press add. Let's pick some clothing here. Okay, can head we should really have this somehow all the way back, always, like to be on every single screen. So we would have wanted to do this interaction on every single one. Okay, but we just went backwards. Why did we go backwards? We messed up, and we might not have time to fix it because I'm running out of time. Oh no, I've messed up. I've done something so wrong. Pants and shirt. Sorry, I put them on the wrong one. Goodness, go over here. Okay, and then do one of them over there. Okay, great. And then, do I have pants and shirt? Oh no. Okay, bring them up over here. Just like that. And bring them onto our button. And pants and shirt should go, I think they need to go. Here's the cart. Let's just bring the cart up above so they don't have to fade as they go. I think that's the biggest issue. We don't want that. We don't want fading to happen. Let's bring these back up. All right, we should have the word. It should work now. It should work now. Ready? Add to cart. Oof. There was some ugliness happening there. I'm running out of time though. Icon cart should go there, and then icon cart should go here. Let's try that one more time. Okay, and we go just like that into the cart. We could slow it down a little bit. I don't like how fast it is. Let's go 2 seconds. Boom, something like this. Okay, and then we'd want to create that interaction and have it available for all the others. But look, we can add something to the cart and they go inside the cart. We can switch to different outfits And it kind of works. It kind of came together. There's some little issues we could figure out with it. That's just a really silly interaction. Hey, with that being said, speaking of silly, thanks for watching the Adobe Creative Challenge and hanging out with me for the last 2 weeks as I do a bunch of silly like this. But you know what's not silly is all of your submissions over here in Discord. I want to look a little bit at yesterday's submissions, and that was our smartwatch. This one was by Annie N, who did the voice trigger challenge. That's what we were focusing on yesterday. And we won't be able to hear it, but hey, you say the word, and then we're getting these nice, yeah, very nice. I like all of the different words that are like popping in and out. Good. And these could be tap interactions. They could have been voice triggers. They can be all timed interactions are being represented in these things. Somebody submitted this awesome, like kind of round, almost like an Android watch interface. Love that. Love seeing people mix it up and do different things. This one is from Sidi, and let's see. Wonderful. Love the illustrations, like some on-draw stuff. Okay, choose your language. French, Spanish. I think that says Griemen, but it should say German. Say the word cat in Spanish. Beautiful. And we get a little progress on, I see, around the side of that. That's really, really nice. I'm digging it. Beautiful. Let's try one more. This is Messiah. Can we zoom in? And again, I'm loving that people are using the different shaped watches. Ooh, little audio kind of like voice waves in there. That's a clever idea, just to kind of show while you're speaking. Very nice. Hey, mixing it up with the interactions, not just voice trigger, but also tap triggers in the same little kind of watch space. It's really good. The only thing I would say is watch out when you're doing small watch interfaces or small interfaces that have very limited real estate. Make sure that you're laying things out and using the real estate wisely. I think you're doing a pretty good job here, but you can probably maybe rethink a few things. Let's check this one out. This is by Abernell. He even went that extra step and did some 3D kind of mock-ups there with the watches, which is pretty spicy. Abernell. Ooh, I like that. I like the success iconography there, the interaction there that you had. Let's see it. Can we see it again? Maybe. Boom. And it kind of pops up to the side. Beautiful. Love it. And then the presentation is really good. Sometimes it's hard to look at the presentations for watch interfaces. So when you kind of expand it and do something like this, it's a little bit nicer just presentation wise. I think we have time for maybe one more. I love some of these submissions for like these watch interfaces. These are beautiful. Let's look at this one right here. This one is, I don't know who this one's by. We'll have to just take a look though. Okay, nice scrolling kind of interface. Beautiful. Only thing I might recommend is I don't think you need to bring these lines all the way to the edge of the interface. You can maybe remove them altogether. But look what color the shape is. Give them a skip button. This is good UX being integrated here. So allowing people to use voice-like commands or voice triggers, but then also tap and skip if they want to. It's actually pretty common in a lot of these language learning applications, because maybe somebody can't use voice triggers right now. You might want to give them a different way to interact with your application. So that's really well thought through. Wonderful. I love people are displaying things beautifully. That was Drew Solorio who did that one. Beautiful presentation. Everything about it looking really good. And this one's from Crazy 8 Polo. This is our streaming service challenge from the other day. Beautiful, smooth ins and outs. Love it. I like that you go in, you see the trailers and the clips. Always solid. Love that. Streaming services are popping up every single day, so being able to design a good streaming service is an important thing right now as a UI designer. So great work, everybody, and great work to all of you who stuck around and did all of the challenges. I'm so proud of you. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Continue sharpening those skills. And again, if you're watching this on the Creative Encore or the replay, take this thing to the next level. Don't stop here on this silly, goofy swiping thing. And you know what? This file is also so ridiculous. I would love for you to tag me online in it, because I would love to see this silly long john version of me everywhere that I look. Twitter, Instagram. I am Jesse Show. You can find me on YouTube if you want to learn more stuff about Adobe XD and UI design. Again, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Take some time, enjoy yourself, relax, and then get back to it Monday morning, growing and sharpening those skills. We'll see you in the next one.